Hello whiskey lovers and welcome for my whiskey review. If you are here for the first time, my name is Dan and this is my YouTube channel dedicated to whiskey reviews. And I normally upload a new whiskey review every Saturday, both in English and Romanian. So if you are interested in my work, don't forget to subscribe and touch the bell for notifications. Okay, introduction done. What do I have here for today? It's an exciting new whiskey from a new distillery, Torabhaig 2017 Legacy Series Inaugural Release. Opened on January the 1st, 2017, Torabhaig is the first new distillery on the Isle of Skye in nearly 200 years. The other distillery on the Isle of Skye being, of course, Talisker. The distillery is part of the Mossburn Company, an American company which started as a whiskey blender. The first bottling under the Mossburn name was released in 2017 as a range of classic independent bottler malts. In the nearly 3 decades prior to that, the team developed its skills in blending and bottling whiskies and a variety of other spirits. Now its first in-house distillate has arrived only a few months ago, carrying the name of the distillery, Torabhaig. The brand sources all its barley from Scotland, and the barley is peated at around 75 ppm or more. They use pure island spring water sourced from the old Brickach and the old Glen burns. They have 1.5 tons mash tun, and the fermentation process is quite long, at least 70 hours, going as high as 120 hours. Distillation takes place in 2 traditional copper pot stills, custom made by Forsyth of Rhodes, an 8,000 liter wash still and a 5,000 liter spirit still. More than 50% of Torabhaig whiskey is aged in first fill bourbon casks, but the brand also has port, Madeira, cognac, Sautern, Bordeaux wine, virgin European oak, and refill casks in its warehouses. Torabhaig Inaugural Whiskey was released in 32,000 bottles, so this number seems more than enough for whiskey lovers. Unfortunately, only 3,000 units have arrived in the UK for the price of £50 a bottle, and I was lucky enough to buy one. This is bottled at 46% ABV and is made with Concerto malted barley with a ppm of 50 to 60, fermented with Pinnacle MG plus yeast, and aged in only first fill bourbon barrels. Bottled with no coloring or chill filtration, the phenols level is 16 ppm when bottled. As you can see, I have a 700 ml bottle already opened. As you can imagine, I enjoyed a few drams and took some notes. Unfortunately, many of these bottles of the Torabhaig 2017 Legacy will never be opened, and most of them will go on auction sites. They are there already, or on the secondary market, where sad people will go for quick money, preventing some real whiskey lovers to enjoy a dram. And this is just sad. Right, a light gold color in the glass, natural color. It is quite a pale color, being only 3 years old whiskey matured in ex-bourbon barrels. On the nose, the first thing you notice on the nose is, of course, the smoke. It's smoke. After a very short time, the smoke fades into the background. Fresh, young age on the nose. Quite floral and malty, which is quite normal for a young whiskey. Dried mango and a lot of bananas. And you can smell the sea, the saltiness. Malt, a lot of freshness, a splash of lemon as well. Not a bad smell for such a young whiskey. On the palate, vanilla from the casks and peat smoke. The smoke spreads first on the tongue, and then it fills the entire mouth. And then it fades away, so I can discover other flavors, predominantly apples and pears. Ripe apples, mandarins, and sweet oranges. Very oily, and the alcohol is very well integrated. The finish is medium long, providing green herbs, salt, and a nice bitterness. So yes, this is not a bad whiskey for a 3 years old Scotch whiskey, the first ever release from Torabhaig. And I will give it 8.7 out of 10. I was pleasantly surprised by this release, and I hope many of you will have the chance to try it. I am sure the distillery will do great in the future, as long as they will follow their own destiny, not trying to compare their work with the other distillery from the Isle of Skye. Thank you very much for watching. There are plenty of other interesting reviews to come, and until next time, Slanjeva.